Alright, so we've made a couple of NFL reactions here on the channel, and I've not really reacted to anything as deep as what today's going to be. I've reacted to big hits, good moments, you know, NFL in the snow, fun, lighthearted things, but this is going to be maybe the most deep video that we'll ever do, because we're watching the scariest day in NFL history. That doesn't sound very good. I've also talked about how I do find this sport pretty brutal, and I often ask what kind of injuries occur from American football. Maybe something very bad will occur from American football that we'll see in this video. I can only assume it will be some kind of freak accident, freak injury. Hopefully no one actually dies here. But let's just watch the video and let's see what is the saddest and scariest day in NFL history.
Remember standing up after you make that tackle.
News tonight on Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin, who millions watched collapse during Monday Night Football.
That's something I don't really want to get too deep into in the details of.
And he did the tackle.
2023.
He would feel so bad then.
Best teams squaring off with much more
So
at stake
guilty.
than just primetime coverage. The Buffalo Bills against
Wasn't
the
even that long
Cincinnati
ago as
Bengals.
well,
The outcome
2023.
of this game will alter the entire playoff landscape and path to Super Bowl 57. What's at stake? The #1 seed in the AFC. The only team to receive a first-round bye and hold home field advantage for the entire postseason. And it won't be easy, as both teams haven't lost in nearly 2 months. They've met
Big
each other at
match
the
then.
perfect time, Week 17 on Monday night.
Is Monday night always the night for football
Right
as well?
away, it looks like
I've always
the
heard people
shootout
say that.
everyone
Monday
was
night
hoping
football.
for. The Bengals attack first.
Why not on a Saturday?
Trucking down the field in less than 3 minutes for a Tyler Boyd touchdown. But Buffalo quickly responds with a 25-yard field goal from Tyler Bass.
All right,
the
nice.
energy in the stadium is so intense you can't even hear yourself think.
Great
And it
atmosphere.
happens.
That will
The
get ruined by
scariest
something.
moment in NFL history. With just over 6 minutes left in the first quarter,
And
the
here it
Bengals have
comes.
the ball. On the second play of the drive, Joe Burrow passes to T. Higgins and lowers his shoulder, hoping to gain a few extra yards.
Okay.
Damar Hamlin makes the tackle, and as you can see, everything appears normal. Hamlin returns to his feet, adjusts his helmet, then collapses on the spot.
Now another Bills player is down.
Whistles are blown and gameplay is immediately stopped. Within 10 seconds of this moment, athletic trainers and medical professionals swarm the field.
Oh my God.
Emergency CPR is conducted for 10 minutes as an ambulance arrives soon after. Damar is down on the field for nearly 20 minutes.
20.
Both teams surround him in shock, while his family runs down to the field to be by his side. The stadium that was uncontrollably loud just moments ago
Silent.
is now completely silent.
Yeah, and I don't want to pause it too much here, but I do want to say that I've also said as well that sometimes big tackles wouldn't really look as bad as you would think. Sometimes there's a tackle and I'm like, okay, yeah, he looks all right. Is that because like we watched the big hits compilation and some of them just seemed okay. I was like, that's not really a big hit. Come on, I want to see some bigger hits. And that didn't really look particularly lethal. So that just goes to show that we don't really know what a tackle is like because we're not the one getting tackled. Clearly, that was very, very bad for him to collapse instantly after standing up. All I can say is I hope that he recovers well here and has recovered by now. I mean, this is what, early 2023? We'll see though. I don't know.
Damar receives oxygen from the first responders, is loaded into the ambulance with his mother, and transported directly to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, 4 miles away. The ambulance leaves the stadium at exactly 9:25 p.m., 30 minutes after he initially collapsed on the field. You see a cluttered TV broadcast, then hear this from Joe Buck.
They've been given 5 minutes to quote-unquote get ready to go back to playing. That's the word we get from the league and the word we get from
That would
the
just
field, but
ruin
nobody's
everything
moving.
though.
As you can see,
How can they
teammates
just
remain
go back
seated,
to playing?
hug each other, and
Especially
shed
his
tears for their
teammates.
teammate whose status
They're
now
devastated.
remains up in the air.
They don't know what's
During
going
all
on.
of this, both head coaches had been discussing with officials, leading to the decision by Buffalo head coach Sean McDermott
Call it.
to pull his team off the field and back to the locker room.
That was the best decision.
Another 30 minutes pass, and the game is officially postponed.
Yeah.
Over an hour after Damar collapsed. Meanwhile, his status remains unknown. as the world waits for what feels like an eternity for an update. Stephon Diggs, other teammates, and Bengals head coach Zach Taylor go to visit Damar at the medical center. But on Diggs' way in, he's stopped by an officer, nearly having to force his way in, stating, "We just had to be here for our teammate."
See, this is the thing as well. It's just so... it's so torturous to be left in limbo like that, to just not know for so long. Like, you're just dying for good news, dying for a good update. The same kind of thing happened, actually, for soccer with us in Europe. In the last Euro, someone called Christian Eriksen collapsed. We all just watched that happen live, and then we were in limbo wondering how bad this situation is. Oh, God. I mean, these contact sports are obviously very serious, you know, especially American football. Soccer, football for us can be dangerous, you know, but when you're having these head-on collisions in American football, it just is a very rough sport to play.
And just outside, an additional 100 fans stand hand in hand in support. Then, finally, there is an announcement on Damar's status. He had a heart attack on the field. Damar was able to regain his heartbeat, but still remains in critical condition.
A heart attack?
But in the night following the incident, something magical happens. Damar's charity and toy drive, the Chasing M's Foundation,
I didn't
receives
expect
an
that.
unthinkable amount of donations. Before the Monday night game, his foundation had $74,000 in donations. The very next morning, with the help of over 119,000 new donors, that number had reached over $3 million, and that amount has skyrocketed to over $9 million.
Unreal support.
But amongst this amazing moment, nearly 3 days pass without any major updates on Damar's health.
Really?
Then, on January 5th, not only does the NFL officially cancel the Bills-Bengal game, but the world receives information about Damar directly from the UC Medical Center.
Okay, is this good news?
His neurological function is completely intact. He is able to breathe with a breathing tube.
All right.
He can physically hold hands with his family, and he's even able to communicate with writing.
Well, that's something.
The first question he wrote was, "Did we win?" And the medical
Did
staff
we win?
responded with, "You won. You won the game of life."
Yeah.
But it gets even better. The next day brings another significant
There's
update
things that are more
and
serious
three
than
powerful words from
sports.
Damar himself. His breathing tube is removed as he is able to breathe completely on his own. His neurologic function remains intact, and he is able to talk to his family. Damar is even able to say his first words to his teammates in over 4 days. In a FaceTime call, he tells them simply, "Love you, boys." And the next day brings the NFL's first game action since the incident.
All right.
Love is shown in incomparable
All
ways.
right.
Every single team in the league shows support during warm-ups by wearing Love for Damar shirts.
Okay, so things are
Nothing
looking
is
well.
quite as special as
That's
what
good.
the Buffalo Bills had in store.
This could
At
have
home,
went
in the
way
final
worse.
game of the regular season, Buffalo players walk through the tunnel repping Damar's number
Let's
3,
go.
Damar Hamlin shirts and hats. The Bills run out into Highmark Stadium to a packed-out crowd full of
Oh,
supportive
you love to see
fans.
that.
Multiple players carry Love for Damar flags. The entire team graces number 3 patches, and the medical team that responded to Damar's collapse is honored right before kickoff.
Yeah, the support he
But how the
has
actual
is
game started
incredible.
is even more unreal. The New England Patriots win the coin toss but defer, so the Bills will receive the opening kickoff.
No way, they gave
What
them the
unfolds
opening
next
kickoff.
is something out of a movie. Let's listen in.
New England decided to defer after winning the toss. And here's Hines on the run back, breaking a tackle, and
He's
taking
got
it
that?
past midfield, and down the sideline he goes.
Yeah!
It's a storybook, an opening kickoff return for Damar Hamlin, and this place.
So they got a
is
touchdown right
absolutely
away?
going wild.
But that's not even the most unforgettable moment of it all.
That is really nice.
The best part? Damar watched all of this unfold live on TV while he was at the hospital.
Oh.
And when Hines ran this opening touchdown, Damar celebrated. A lot.
Yeah.
According to the UC medical staff, he got out of his chair, jumped up and down, and nearly set off every alarm in the ICU. A truly touching
Oh
moment.
my god.
That energy remained the entire game, becoming a very special day for not just the players and fans,
Yeah, this is
but
emotional,
also
like.
the most important people involved in this incident. The Bills brought home the victory 35-23. They FaceTimed Damar just minutes following the win, and then came the gifting of the game ball. A game ball was handed out not only to Damar, but also to the man who saved his life less than 1 week ago. Danny Kellington, the Bills' assistant athletic trainer who performed emergency CPR that Monday night.
Jesus.
He was part of the essential medical team.
Had to
that was
be
able
there.
to bring immediate response to save Damar's life
Wow.
and neurological function. Without them, Damar would not have made it off the field alive.
Oh my god.
And just 1 day after this emotional regular season closer, DeMar was able to return to Buffalo due to remarkable improvements in his condition. On January 9th, exactly 1 week after the event, DeMar was discharged from the UC Medical Center and moved to the Buffalo General Medical Center. His condition had been updated from critical to good, and he was able to walk and do physical therapy. But he didn't stay there long. While at Buffalo General, they conducted cardiac, vascular, and neurological tests, and in just 1 day, DeMar was able to go home.
Oh,
From
yes!
this point forward, he was given permission to rehab away from the hospital and with family and his teammates. And just 1 day before Buffalo's playoff opener against Miami, he was able to visit teammates, appearing to be in very high spirits. A major emotional boost for a team that had just witnessed this tragedy. He attended Buffalo's divisional matchup with Cincinnati 1 week later and made his first public speech since the incident a couple days later.
I can't tell you how appreciative I am of all the love, all the support, and everything that's just been coming in my way.
And
I
social
mean, just to
media
see him, you know, seemingly back to normal, that's perfect. Yeah, when they said that he had a heart attack, that did take me back a bit. I was like, oh shit, because I didn't expect that. And obviously that is very critical, very serious. But wow, I mean, to have a fast turnaround as well and to, you know, get better pretty quickly, that's just, yeah, that's a really positive outcome, which again, I didn't know that I should be expecting that when watching this video. I've never heard about this situation, which is interesting. Surely I did when it actually happened. Surely it made the news even here. But obviously, since I'm not really into NFL, I just didn't really understand this at all. So, wow. At least things did turn out well in the end.
Huge reason why family, friends, and fans were able to keep up with DeMar's status and continue.
Is he playing football now today?
From updates on his personal Twitter and Instagram to fan-made videos and love from major figures outside of the NFL, support came from everywhere you could possibly imagine. DeMar's strength and appreciation for others has been on clear display throughout this entire process. He thanked all the medical staff who assisted him, created merchandise with all the proceeds going to the University of Cincinnati Trauma Center, and even texted his teammate Tre'Davious White in the middle of the night to apologize for putting his team through everything that occurred since his accident.
Did we
Since
win?
that Monday Night Football game on January 2nd,
That's a pretty
2023,
iconic message.
The world has had
First
the
message
opportunity
back.
to witness the scariest day in NFL history evolve into one of the biggest outpourings of love and support, not only for Damar Hamlin, but also the medical team that saved his life.
Yeah. Let me know, by the way, was any of you actually there at that stadium, at that game when this happened? Were you even on his side as well, a Buffalo Bills supporter? That would have been so scary, man. But again, at least we actually got a very good outcome. Obviously, it would be an absolutely sensational outcome if he is back doing what he loves to do, which is playing football, and everything's well and dandy. Because obviously, like, you know, situations like that, they could end careers. Does he still have his career? We didn't really hear about that because I guess this was uploaded, you know, pretty much around the time when this happened. But I'd assume by now, if he wants to, he's able to keep playing. But let me know about that. So there we go. That is the scariest day in NFL history. That was a very interesting watch. And once again, I'm glad that we had a good outcome. If you have any recommendations on videos for me to check out when it comes to the NFL, then leave them in the comment section down below. And I'll see what we can do next.